the Roman Empire. Just saying the name conjures images of gladiators, grand cities, and legions marching across continents. At its peak, Rome controlled lands from the misty shores of Britain to the sun-baked deserts of Syria. This vast empire, a tapestry of diverse cultures and peoples, seemed destined to rule for eternity. But even the mightiest empires can crumble. By the 3rd century CE, the Roman Empire faced a storm of challenges. Internal strife, economic woes, and relentless pressure from outside forces threatened to tear it apart. It was in this cauldron of crisis that the once unified empire fractured, splitting into 3 distinct entities: the Central Roman Empire, the Gallic Empire, and the Palmyrene Empire. This division marked a turning point in history. It signaled the beginning of the end for the Roman world as we knew it. Yet it also gave rise to new powers and identities that would shape the course of Europe and the Middle East for centuries to come. At the heart of the fractured empire remained the Central Roman Empire, still ruled from the ancient city of Rome. This rump state encompassed Italy, North Africa, the Balkans, and Anatolia. While diminished, it retained the prestige and legacy of Rome's glorious past. The emperors who clung to power in Rome faced an unenviable task. The empire's coffers were depleted, its armies stretched thin, and its borders under constant attack. Yet they drew upon the deep well of Roman resilience, striving to maintain order and defend what remained of their once vast domain. In the West, a new power arose from the chaos: the Gallic Empire. Carved out of the Roman provinces of Gaul, Britannia, and Hispania, this breakaway state emerged in 260 CE under the leadership of Postumus, a rebellious Roman general. Postumus, a skilled soldier and administrator, recognized the vulnerability of Rome's distant provinces. He understood that the central government, weakened by internal strife, could no longer provide effective protection. Seizing his chance, he declared independence, establishing a new imperial regime with its capital at Augusta Treverorum, modern-day Trier, Germany. The Gallic Empire, though short-lived, enjoyed a period of relative stability and prosperity. Its emperors, many of whom were of provincial origin, focused on defending their borders and fostering economic growth. They minted their own coins, established their own senate, and cultivated a distinct Gallo-Roman identity. Section 4. A desert power. The Palmyrene Empire emerges. In the east, another fragment of the Roman Empire emerged from the turmoil, the Palmyrene Empire. This desert kingdom, centered on the oasis city of Palmyra in modern-day Syria, rose to prominence under the leadership of the ambitious Queen Zenobia. Zenobia, a woman of remarkable intelligence, ambition, and political acumen, exploited the weakness of the Roman central authority. As Rome became embroiled in internal conflicts and struggled to contain external threats, she expanded her own power base. By 270 CE, she had carved out a substantial empire encompassing Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and parts of Anatolia. The Palmyrene Empire, a vibrant center of trade and culture, challenged Roman dominance in the east. Zenobia, styling herself as Augusta, Empress, presented a direct challenge to the legitimacy of the Roman emperors. She minted her own coins, issued decrees in her own name, and even attempted to install her own son as Roman emperor. Section 5. Crisis and division. The empire torn asunder. The fragmentation of the Roman Empire into 3 competing entities was the culmination of a long and painful process of decline. A multitude of factors, both internal and external, contributed to this momentous shift in the balance of power. Internally, the Roman Empire was plagued by a series of crises that eroded its strength from within. Political instability, economic woes, and rampant corruption weakened the central government, making it difficult to maintain order and defend the empire's vast frontiers. Adding to these internal woes, the Roman Empire faced relentless pressure from external forces. In the east, the resurgent Persian Empire under the Sasanian dynasty threatened Roman provinces in the Middle East. In the north, Germanic tribes, driven by the westward migration of the Huns, exerted increasing pressure on the empire's Rhine and Danube frontiers. The cumulative effect of these internal conflicts and external threats proved too much for the Roman Empire to bear. By the middle of the 3rd century CE, the once mighty empire had fractured, its provinces falling under the sway of new rulers and new allegiances. Section 6. The Legacy of Fragmentation, a World Transformed. The division of the Roman Empire into three parts was a watershed moment in history. It marked the beginning of the end for the Roman world as we knew it, ushering in an era of profound change and upheaval. The fragmentation of the empire had far-reaching consequences. It accelerated the decline of Roman power and influence, paving the way for the emergence of new kingdoms and empires. It also had a profound impact on the cultural and religious landscape of Europe and the Middle East, as the once unified Roman world splintered into distinct regions with their own unique identities. While the Gallic and Palmyrene empires proved to be short-lived, their emergence demonstrated the centrifugal forces at play within the Roman world. Their existence, though brief, challenged the notion of Roman unity and foreshadowed the further fragmentation that lay ahead. Section 7. Conclusion. Echoes of Rome. The Roman Empire, despite its eventual collapse, left an indelible mark on the world. Its legacy can be seen in our laws, our languages, our architecture, and our very conception of what it means to be civilized. The division of the empire in the 3rd century CE, while marking a period of decline and fragmentation, also served as a catalyst for the emergence of new identities and new forms of political organization. The Gallic and Palmyrene empires, though short-lived, left their own unique mark on history. Today, as we grapple with the challenges of a globalized world, the story of the Roman Empire's division serves as a timely reminder that even the mightiest empires are not immune to the forces of change. It is a story of resilience and adaptation, of the enduring power